go. And I'm just going to double check YouTube and make sure that it's running. Okay, all right. Looks like we're good to go. Just taking an extra second here.
I have a question.
Oh yeah, well, let's get started and then we can get into that. So I just wanted to welcome everyone to
Will this be
docket.
recorded for
I'm
people
sorry.
that can't?
It's
Will you
not
be
it.
recorded?
Okay, so I'm seeing who's talking now.
I'm a resident in Soldiers Grove.
Okay, so I have. Okay, so maybe so you were KO when you logged in, is that?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Ah, that's the
Right.
confusion. Okay, yes, sorry about that. Yeah, can I get your name?
Carrie?
Kerry?
No, Kari.
Kari. Oh, Carrie. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay, so from the public. So yeah, what we're doing is we are live streaming this on YouTube, and the recording of the hearing will be saved on our YouTube channel. So it'll be the video of the hearing. So you're on Zoom, so can you see us?
Yes, but I just can't see well, whatever you have on the screen. The public notice is kind of small to see, but that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, that's just the copy of the document that we've filed in the case. So, okay, great. I'm glad we cleared that up. All right. So let me get out through our preliminary items here, and then we'll get started. This is docket 5520 WR101, the application of the Village of Soldiers Grove for authority to adjust water rates. This is Michael Newmark, the Administrative Law Judge for the PSC. We're here on Zoom with the Utility Commission staff and a member of the public. So thank you all for attending. We are creating the record in the case, and that'll be the documents we identify and verify under oath as exhibits, as well as any comments we receive live from the Utility Commission staff and members of the public. We're recording the hearing, and we're live streaming on YouTube. The recording of that will also be part of the record. And we're also collecting written comments from the public. They are due Friday, July 19th. They can be filed either through the Commission's website or by U.S. mail. The details on how to file are on our notice to customers, on the utilities notice to customers, and the Commission's notice of hearing. I'm displaying that page of the notice on our screen share, so that should be on the YouTube recording and available on our website, as well as the notice that the utility provided to the customers. So I just recommend that you use the link now and get your comment in electronically rather than trying to mail it in by Friday. But we will receive any comments we receive. We do. I'll put in the record any comments we receive by the end of Friday. So with that, and then what do we do with the record? We provide that to the decision maker in the case. In this case, it's Andy Galvin, the administrator for the Division of Water Utility Regulation and Analysis. So the administrator will review the record and then make a decision in the case. Then a written order will issue. It'll be emailed to the utility and posted on the Commission's website. So that's our basic process. And what we typically take the utility first and have them verify their documents, then Commission staff, and then it'll be the members of the public turn to comment. So here's the document list that I was provided from Commission staff, listing utility exhibits, 9 altogether, and then 3 from the Commission. So we'll have the utility verify its documents first. So I see we have Caitlin Ott on screen here. So let me swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. And just give us, Caitlin Ott, give us your title for the utility, please.
So I am the clerk treasurer for the village. I also do the billing. So I basically do everything.
You run it all. All right. Well, you're the person we need. So can you see the screen share?
Yes.
Okay, so there's 9 documents listed. Are you familiar with all of those?
Yep, they're all ones that I uploaded.
Okay, so are they complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any comments you'd like to add?
None that I can think of.
Okay. All right. So we'll move on to commission staff. Start with the revenue requirement. I believe that's Chris Bushart. So we'll swear you in. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right. Can you confirm? And so you're familiar with the revenue requirement exhibit and also the conventional rate case outreach letter. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
All right. Are those documents complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, yes.
All right. Do you have any comments?
Uh, the applicant changed their billing frequency from quarterly to monthly in July 2022. The commission staff discovered that they were billing the rate plot based on the quarterly rate, and for the larger customers user, they were overbilled, and the applicant reviewed the commission staff asked them to review their billing since they changed the billing frequency to monthly in July 2022. And the applicant reviewed their billing, and they provided a summary for all the billing errors that include the refund to the larger customer user. The applicant found some back bill issue too. On Friday, July 12th, the applicant uploaded a summary and to ERP into the docket. The applicant fulfilled the requirement.
Okay. And so the applicant's now seeking approval for monthly billing?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So then, okay. So is that something that's in this case, or will that be a separate request?
I believe it's included in this case.
It is in this case. Okay, great, great. Excellent. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. So move on to cost, service study, and rate design with Alex Hanna. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Can you confirm that the cost, service study, and rate design exhibit is complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Any comments?
Just a follow up to your question about the monthly billing. My exhibit does show monthly billing for this rate case.
Okay. So the rates are designed for monthly. All right.
Correct. Yep.
Thanks. Okay, so now it's an opportunity for the members of the public to comment. I know we have one connected at this time. Did you want to make a comment now?
Yeah, I guess I have a couple questions.
Okay, so let me swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or
okay.
affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes,
So give us your full name, please.
it's Carrie Oates.
All right, and go ahead.
Well, I was just wondering about the notification of this 108% hike in water cost. We didn't get the notification until after the 4th of July. Is there a requirement to notify the public and so weeks out for this meeting? Because I know a lot of people, well, they got the letter, but it was a little late and they didn't really know about it. I talked to a couple people here in the community. So is there a requirement to give so much notification for a meeting like this?
So when was let's hear from Caitlin. When was the notice sent out to customers, or it's quarterly billing? So I don't know if
I sent it out with the July monthly bill.
Yes, it was monthly. Okay, so when I went to July monthly bill. So what was the billing? When are those bills sent out?
Those went out, it would have been the 1st of July.
Okay. Yeah, that should be, and then customers typically receive that within a few days. So it's 1st of July. Yeah, I mean I guess that is within the time frame to receive them. We do have some requirements, legal requirements. So it looks like they've met that in terms of the time frame to get notice out. And with monthly billing, the notice should go as an insert to the monthly bill. So that seems like that was provided correctly according to our rules. Yeah, unfortunately, that may not be enough for people, but that's what we require, and that's what's in our administrative code. So legally, I think they've met the necessary requirement. So perhaps I know that did the village review this within its own village board? Did they review the application and approve the rates that were set?
Yep.
Yeah, so then there would have been a public process for that approval as well, right? Do you know when that was occurring?
Well, they just went over the application before I submitted it.
Okay,
That was back in February, I believe.
okay, so that was at a village board meeting too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I mean, our normal process is that there's no real, the commission has to give 10 days notice for hearings, which we did, but that notice doesn't get very far. Whereas we rely on the utility to send these notices to its customers. So that is a very good system to get notice out, but there is no max, time frame where that has to get out, as long as it gets to customers before the hearing. But what the good thing about municipal utilities is that they also have that added layer where the village board or the municipality will look at the applications and go through their own process. So that added layer happened in February. So that's another opportunity for the public to weigh in and be aware of the increase. So yeah, I think they met their requirements. It's unfortunate that maybe because it was around the holiday weekend that people might not have paid attention to that, but yeah, it's just an unfortunate circumstance at this
I
point.
guess my other concern is the time frame of this meeting during the middle of a work week at 10 a.m. A lot of people are working and wouldn't be able to attend this.
Right.
And I guess the question is this hike already decided and approved, or does the public have a chance to weigh in about this pretty significant increased cost of affording water?
Yeah, no, it's not approved. Like I said, the record will be reviewed by Andy Galvin, the administrator for the division that regulates water utilities. So Andy will review the record and then decide based on what evidence is here before us. So, I mean, there's not really any opposition or like an alternative being proposed, but it hasn't been decided, at this time. So public can still weigh in. What I can do is, since you raised an issue about the notice getting to customers, and that there is perhaps because of the holiday weekend, people weren't paying attention to that mailing, we can extend that comment date. I guess I just ask Alex if there's any deadline that we're facing in this case, or can we give them if there's a concern about extending that comment period?
1 moment.
Okay.
No, I don't see any
Okay. So
issues. So
let's
I
add
can,
another week to the comment. So we'll make it the Friday after next, the 26th.
okay. I
We'll just
will
extend
update
that online, and yeah, if we receive any mailing, then we'll just put that in the case as well.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah, so I just suggest you spread the word. There'll be extra time to comment. So if that helps, I hope that give you some time to get people's attention. And yeah, if the public comments are weighed like all the other information. So if people are having issues with the increase, at least it's good to let the administrator, the decision maker, know that. So then he can consider that along with all the other info.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. And I apologize. My voice is a little raspy. I'm not feeling real well.
Oh, sorry about that. No, that's okay. Didn't notice actually. So it was all right.
Okay, so 1 week extension. Because I was trying to find water rates for the surrounding area. It looks like we're going to be probably one of the higher ones if this hike goes through. Where do you go to find it looks like it'd probably be on your website, but where do we go to find what the water rates are for the state of Wisconsin for 2024?
Yeah, there is an opportunity to see that on our website. I can
What page is that?
on our screen here. So Alex, you may be better direct me here so I don't lead us too far astray.
Yeah, the first way would be go to service type in the
Service
drop
type.
down from the
So I'm just
top.
gonna go
Yep.
through this with you, and
Service
it'll be
type.
on the recording too. So water
And
rate,
then water. Yep.
okay.
And then if you scroll down, there's going to be two ways to do this. One is the external resource, which is the Wisconsin rates dashboard. It hasn't been updated for a while, but we are in the process of reviewing that.
Mhm.
And then the other tool would be right above it called the water bill comparison. That is live. So when simplified rate cases or conventional rate cases are approved, that's automatically updated. So
Okay.
that is current. You can play around with the tool and choose different things. But those are the two ways.
Right.
The
So-
other option that I encourage is looking at other utility tariffs of nearby communities, but every utility is built different and has different needs. So
Right.
it is different to, compare rates, but those are the three tools that I would recommend.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's important to know that if you're comparing utilities, their costs of service may be different depending on the water quality, what kind of distribution system they need, what kind of pumping they need. There's a lot of variables to do like an apples to apples comparison, but you can get a sense of where you sit within your region. The only thing I would mention as well is that you're only going to see rates, the current rates for Soldiers Grove in the system. It doesn't show you compare the proposed rate increase to the existing rates of other utilities. So, but you can see the proposed rates in the cost service study and rate design exhibit. So that'll give you a sense of how much rates are going up for the average user and what the proposal is going to be, how the rates will increase from the current amounts, current levels.
When you say proposed rates, is that on this website or is it a different one?
No, proposed rates are not on the website. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
These links will give you the current rates in effect right now. So
Okay.
whereas the cost service study and rate design exhibit is going to give you the proposal. So that's this document here.
Okay. All right. And where's that document found?
So that's on our IRF system. You can use that number to find it. So
What's 504?
504-335.
Okay.
And so the best way to get to that, I think, and depending on how you want to navigate to it, but if you have the notice of hearing, it's easy to find the documents in the case using this link. Or this.
Okay. And I can't see the link. It's
Right,
too
yeah,
small.
that's a problem. So, but if you, let's see, so this is what. So we only need to be in the case management system. So let's start with that. That's not going to get you. If you go back to e-services. No. I knew I'd end up doing a lot of clicking once I started this. Let's start this over. So e-services, so we're starting differently for e-services, docket search, the CMS system gives you the docket.
Then is there a number you put in there too?
Yeah, so that's the docket number. So
What's the docket number? 5
yeah, so it's 5520 WR101.
5520
Yeah, right here.
W. Oh, I see.
WR101.
WR101.
And documents, and you'll see the cost service study rate and rate design is an exhibit, but if you just click all documents, you can get to it as well. Let's just do all documents. So you'll see that 5043 35. That's the document number there. And our
Okay.
document. So then you get to it that way. And that'll give you the rate increases, I think, that's the tariff. So rate increases, it's the appendix here.
So the comparison, Judge Newmark, would be the last page,
Oh,
page
yeah.
48.
So I was scrolling all the way down. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and then the Schedule 12 would be a comparison between rate classes. And then Schedule 13 would be the actual proposed rates.
Okay.
So Schedule 14 would be most helpful
Yeah.
for
Oh,
the bill
right. This is showing
comparison.
you the increases.
Yes.
Schedule 14 is the proposed increase rate of 108% increase.
Yes.
For the average residential, yes.
Okay, and I guess I have a couple, well, I have more questions, of course. Chris, I didn't get your title or how you're involved with Soldiers Grove.
Chris is a PSC employee who created the revenue requirement.
Okay, he says SG on his thing that I'm viewing, so I thought he was Soldiers Grove.
Oh, yeah, that's my fault. That's
That's okay. I just like,
that.
okay. Thank you. I guess my apologies. This probably is a question for Caitlin. What is the reason for this significant hike, and where are the funds going for this increased cost?
Well, the PSC is the one that regulates the water. So we received a letter stating that we had not done a rate case since 1985. So it needed to be done.
So my understanding that PSC is recommending 108% increase?
Yes.
And where do the funds go for that increase?
It goes towards our well houses to keep the upkeep and everything else regarding the water. Chemicals.
And how did we come to the conclusion we needed a 108% increase? Because that's really pretty significant. I mean, it's more than double in everybody's water bill.
Right.
I mean, yeah, but to be honest with you here, I mean, things are gotten expensive enough, and now people are going to struggle to afford water.
Yeah. So that's it. This is your chance to give us a comment on that. So
Oh,
yes,
I will.
you can.
I'm not shy.
That's good. We want to hear from you. I mean, I think I'm not an expert in this, but I've seen these cases for over 20 years, and when a utility does not come in for, I mean, this is decades for a conventional rate case, a full review of what's needed in terms of meeting the cost of service, you see even much higher increases than 100%. Not saying that 100% isn't a lot, but I've seen, over 100, close to 200 or more percent when a utility waits out an increase for that long. So, I mean, costs go up, and facilities need to be replaced. All of that is recovered in rates. So without the rates matching what's needed to meet that cost of service, utility just can't operate, and water won't be available. So I think that's kind of the conundrum we find ourselves in when you see why we have rate increases. What's the point of this? Well, it is to be able to provide adequate service to the public, and it is a pretty complicated and expensive endeavor. So that's something you have to think about. But then on top of that, it's if a utility stays out of these reviews for a significant period of time, then rates will shoot up, because utilities do have the opportunity to make more frequent increases, but they have to come to us and ask for them. So by failing to, keep track of that, then there's a lot of catch up that needs to be made. So but rates set in 1985 are going to be significantly lower than what's needed today. So without raising the rates, the utility is just going to run out of money and go out of business. I mean, it's a municipal function, but it does operate like a business. So without increases, you'd be in very, very dire situation. So I don't know if there's any particular driver of the costs here, or is it just inflation? Is there, I know there were some facility improvements that needed to be paid for. Is there anything in particular that's driving the cost, like a particular project, or just it's just updating the rates? And this might be a question for commission staff. Is there any, have they been in for any simplified cases? Yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna respond to that.
Yeah.
The utility actually filed 12 simplified rate cases since their last conventional rate case in 1985, which really helped the utility and this rate case as a whole. The proposed rate increase is 46.72%.
Mhm.
The 108% that you see on the screen right now in Schedule 4 is a bill comparison. So that average residential bill, if approved, would go up 109%. So the other customer classes are affected differently. That's the reason for the cost of service study. Different classes use water differently and costs are allocated differently. But yeah, the overall increase proposed in this is roughly 47%. And for carry, the simplified rate case process that the utility's done is more of an inflationary process. So they did that 12 times. I'm not sure what percent increases those were since they dated back so far, but typically they're roughly 3%. Last couple of years, they were a little higher. So.
Okay, just to clarify, so I understand this correctly, the Village of Soldiers Grove didn't reach out to PSC. You reached out to them because the rates aren't high enough or haven't been increased for a while. Is that correct?
Commission staff did send the utility a letter, like a financial
say-
outreach.
Okay, and you say commission staff, is that PSC?
Yeah, the PSC. Yep.
So I can show you the letter it's going to be in the record here. Here's the letter.
Okay.
It'd be hard to see, but it is PSC number 483347. So you can find that on our system. But it is the letter that details what was going on in terms of the commission staff asking the utility to file the case and have us review their rates to make sure that they have enough funds to operate.
Okay, can you repeat what you just said? I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the letter I'm showing on the screen share is the letter that commission staff sent to the utility asking them to file the rate case, and so that the commission could review the funds that the utility has in order to remain in operation.
Okay. So now, this is a question for Caitlin. Caitlin, where would I go to find a copy of the budget for the Village of Soldiers Grove as to how the funds are being spent?
You can come into the office and get one.
Okay, it's not available online?
No, I don't have those on the website yet.
Okay. In the meeting minutes, are we still doing regular meeting minutes monthly on the website for people to view?
Yep.
Okay, and the most current one is on there? I didn't get a chance to look, so I will look
No,
after the meeting.
the most current one is not on there yet. I have not uploaded it yet.
Okay, and what is the last meeting minute that's on there?
Oh, I would have to look at that. I can't close out of this right now.
Okay, are we thinking May, June,
I think it's May, I believe.
May? Okay, is there a requirement for meeting minutes to be posted a certain time after the meeting for folks to be able to view that? Because obviously this has been, what's the date on that? Oh, it's been happening a while, so I'm just curious. I'm like, it was my understanding those have to be posted at, at a certain time, but maybe I'm incorrect.
Yeah, so I got that page on the screen share here. Every month after the monthly village board meeting, the previous month's meeting will be added. as long as they're
Okay.
approved by the village board. So,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know what the situation is, but that's where you go to get it.
Okay. And I would, you know, I haven't been able to go to the meetings. I'm still working, and so I will try to do that, be better in the future. This is all new to me. My spouse and I are newer to this village the last couple of years, so it's all kind of a little bit of a learning process for us, being in a different community. So, but
Okay.
thank you for sharing. I appreciate it.
Sure. Well, thanks for your participation. I appreciate your interest in it. So that's how we all improve, by getting input. So thanks for that. Do we have any other follow-ups from staff or the utility? Nothing else? All right.
Okay.
Well, it looks like we have everything we need. Like I said, we will extend that comment period till next Friday. So it'll be the July 26th. Otherwise, I think we have everything we need for the record. Like I said, we'll have the recording available for the decision maker, as well as the documents we've admitted or received into the record, proper terminology here. So at this point, we'll adjourn. So I thank everyone for joining us and participating, and take care, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.